Hey everybody, Nina Motivates here. Well, week 3 of our vlog. I'm so excited to be here with you all. When I say I'm so excited, I am super duper uber excited to be here with you all to talk to you today. Today's show is all about living with a disability. Yeah, I said the D word, y'all. I said the D word. And y'all know, if you know me, I don't like the D word. No, I don't like the D word. Why? Because I don't consider myself disabled. So if you watch my first vlog, you heard me talk about how I was born with a condition called club hands. And club hands means that my thumbs didn't have bones in them, so the doctors cut off my thumbs and moved all my fingers over one place so that I can grip. Full movement in my right hand, limited movement in my left hand. Still do anything needed, wanted, or desired. However, because I have a difference, aka a disability, I've had different experiences, y'all. I have experienced some things that only people with physical differences may have experienced, such as bullying, being talked about, being picked on. And I've had certain challenges that I had to literally overcome, that I had to fight against, that I had to beat against the wall against when I was a child, y'all. First and foremost, when I came out, when I was born, my mother said the nurses told her, like, oh, she may not be any good. There's a lot of times where people try to speak death in your life before your life even really gets started, you know? And so I thank God that my mom and dad did not listen to the naysayers, did not even listen to the nurses who would speak negatively about their child who was just born, right? And back then, technology, I was born in 1981. Hey, back then technology was not so prevalent, so the artificial hands and different things were not in existence yet. Therefore, my mom and dad had to deal with some different things, y'all. I went through 6 surgeries. I think 4 on my left hand, 2 on my right. But the more surgeries I had, the less the more limits I had with movements. I'm not editing that out either, y'all. But it affected me, and so my parents stopped surgeries when I was 18. My doctor, shout out to Dr. Mask, because he was the best. He believed in me. He believed that I can live a normal life. And he encouraged my mom and them to just keep going with me. He used to try to make me wear these braces on my arms, y'all, to make my arms straight. As you see, I ain't wear them braces because roller coaster. And I can laugh about this stuff, but living with a disability, having a difference, having a disability, did bring forth the challenges. And so I just wanted to have a real conversation with you all on today and talk about the challenges I faced, some of the challenges I faced. We'll be here all day trying to go over all of them and how I overcame them. And so the first challenge I want to talk about is not even realizing how different you are until society points out that you're different. I was used to me because this is all I knew. When you have a difference about you, that's all you know, and you adapt to it. Look at people without legs. They adapt to not having legs because that's all they know. Look at people without arms. They learn how to do things with their feet and with their legs because they're used to not having arms. You adapt to whatever it is that you have. And so, yes, I adapted to not having a fifth finger, not having a thumb. Let's say that. I adapted to it because it was all I knew. That's all I knew. But when I got out there to society and society said, oh my gosh, you look different. Oh my God, you are different. Oh my God, you're scary. What's wrong with you? Are you real? What happened to you? When you do that, then that makes a person feel insecure. That makes a person question, am I different? Did God make a mistake having me, or what happened to me? That's when those type of questions come out because you don't know you're different until somebody else tells you you're different. And so how I overcame that was, one, for me, I had to put the word of God in my life. When I became a child of God, when I joined a church and I started learning the word of God and learning that I'm the apple of his eye, and that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and that he created me. He knew me before I was in my mother's womb, and I began to believe those things. I began to realize that I had a difference for a purpose. I had a difference so I can stand right here before you today and tell my story and talk to you about it and motivate you if you know someone with a difference, or if you feel like you have something different, or if you just feel low about yourself. I'm here for that. And that's why I had to have this very visible difference, that no matter what, if I wear anything that don't cover my hands, and even if I do, it's still gonna be a little curve, and you're gonna see that it's a curve, and you're gonna ask questions, right? You're gonna wonder. Some people stare. That's another thing, opposition I dealt with. Staring. Oh my gosh, people will literally stare like this. And people would say, "Oh my God." Do y'all know one time in Walmart, a lady tried to zip my coat up for me? Just literally walked up to me and tried to zip my coat up for me as if I didn't know how to zip my coat up. People will be afraid to hand me money. Listen, if I hand you some money, you can hand me my money, my change back. I'm not gonna hand you something I can't take back. But seriously, and there are like me getting locks in my hair and stuff like that is convenient for me. So I have sister locks, and it's convenient for me because that was a challenge for me. Trying to do my hair, even doing something simple as a ponytail. So as you can see now, if I grab this, I'm gonna use this as an example. I'm looking crazy on here for y'all today. If I grab this with this, remember I gotta also, when you're doing a ponytail, men, you probably don't understand. But you have to switch hands and you have to keep going. So this hand is closing, but this hand isn't, and I have to position it in between it. And this is as much hair it can fit. So trying to put all of my hair in a ponytail, honey, I had to walk around half my mama did my hair. And back in the days, if I only showed y'all some of them pictures, love you, mama. Shout out to my mama. But she not a hairstylist, okay? Listen, y'all, you deal with different things. Reaching certain things, like it can be a challenging. Opening up certain jars. Oh my goodness. I shout out to Soulfully Smooth. More importantly, shout out to Ashley, who's behind Soulfully Smooth. That's my girl, y'all. She does a lot of help, helping me with a lot of things. And sometimes I just can't open jars. I just can't open, you know, something as simple as this. When it's completely closed, I can't like open it all the time. Sometimes it's too tough, and you see how I have to hold it to open it. Now this bottle, of course, has been opened, so I can open it, but it's not always as easy as when you open something. But you got learn how to use what you have and make it do what it do. And that's what I did. I use what I have and I make life do what it do. I don't allow the obstacles to affect me. Now, do want to talk about relationships with living with a difference. I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm gonna continue every week to kind of give you a little more education, so that you can be educated, so that you can remember these things when you are talking to people with a physical difference, something that's visible, whether they're in a wheelchair, whether they have a missing limb, no matter what it is, don't stare. Please don't stare. If you have a question, ask it in an appropriate manner. We don't mind being asked questions, okay? Ask us. If you want to know what happened, don't come like, "Oh, what happened?" Just say, "Do you mind telling me what happened?" You know, just be cool about it. Be cool about it. They gotta live with their difference every day. I have to live with them hinds every single day. So I need you to be compassionate when you're talking to me. I need you to be compassionate when you see me doing something. Y'all want to hear something funny? Y'all know I like jokes. So the other day, I forgot I don't have a middle finger, and road rage tried to take over me. And I tried to give a man a middle finger, and I did like this. Like, you don't have a middle finger to give nobody, Nina. You gave him your ring finger. You don't want to marry this person. You mad at him. But you start thinking of little silly things like that. Like, what you just trying to do? Trying to have road rage. That's what you get. Now you got to go repent for trying to stick up a middle finger, and you ain't even got a middle finger to stick up. And so you sticking up your ring finger. Come on, girl. But you got to make jokes of stuff like that. Like, we learned to adapt and make jokes. Like, when people used to tease me, I had to learn. You can't tell a joke on me better than I can tell on myself. You can't. But I don't say it because I have low self-esteem. I say things because I have that much self-esteem, and I'm that confident with me, and I'm that I'm sure with me. But everybody's not, and so you got to think about those things. Sometimes you have people that are not sure, that are not confident. So you got to be considerate when you're talking to people with differences, because sometimes that boost of self-esteem takes a while. Sometimes you got to really fight to learn to love just who you are, because you look different than the next 100 people around you. Everybody don't have what you have. Everybody's not born how you're born. And that's okay, but you got to become comfortable with that because you're not a mistake. Listen, if I listened to all the negative things that people said, I would be no good. I would not do nothing. I'm just four finger Nina and this and that. Y'all, I would be hiding under a rock. But instead, I'm using my voice to make a difference. I'm using my voice to be empowering. I'm using my voice to be the queen of motivation, to inspire and educate people and move people to live in their best life. But if I allowed the naysayers to interfere, I would not be here with you today. So I always come on trying to encourage everybody not to listen to the naysayers, not to listen to those who wish you well and hope you fail, not to listen to those who look at what's wrong with you, but to be encouraging and to be encouraged and to know that life is worth living. Now, I was going to talk about dating with a disability on this episode. Mm-mm. I'm going to talk to y'all about that on the next episode because I want you to tune back in every single week, every single Monday to get your motivation, to learn more about me, to learn more about what it is like living with a disability, aka a difference, and knowing that, life can go on. You can, be who you were created to be. Listen, I started this show in one way, and now, as you see, it's taking a whole different turn. And I think I'm going to do more videos about living with a disability, and just how you can still live, thrive, and always remember that you can. You absolutely can. So, as always, I'm going to end this show in this manner. Always remember, you can be, do, and become. You can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to do, and you can become the best version of you. Visit me on my website at www.ninamotivates.com, and if this, nope, ninamotivates.info. Ninamotivates.info. And if this is your first time watching and you have not subscribed to my page, what are you waiting on? Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the share button. Share this out everywhere. Y'all, I'm getting to a tongue tied, so it's definitely time to end this show. But tune in next week. We're going to talk about dating with a disability. Oh, wee. You're going to hear some stories, honey. You're going to hear some stories, honey. So make sure you tune in next week. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I will see you, and you next week. Bye for now.